This is the brand new Bezgar HP161S, a 1/16 scale mini monster truck which is brushless and 3S capable straight out the box. This isn't the first time I've featured a Bezgar product on my channel. Earlier on in the year I did review one of their brush trucks, and that was a really good little truck, and I'm hoping this brushless version is even better. So the plan for today is to take a look at what we get in the box. We're also going to talk about the truck itself. So let's have a look at what we get in the box. So in the box, obviously you get the truck itself, a 3S 1050 mAh LiPo battery. I've never really been a huge fan of these modular batteries. A cross wrench and a couple of AA batteries. We have got a screwdriver, a USB charger, optional wheelie bar, and a very nice black and white manual. The manuals are definitely worth checking out if you're just starting out in the hobby. This is the transmitter and it is quite basic. Now you do get a nice foam grip on the wheel there, feels quite nice to hold. We have got a couple of buttons. We've got a function button there which I believe is to turn your LED light bar on and off. We've got our steering trim, and on the power switch there you can choose 70% power or 100% power. Being able to select which power you want is a nice feature, especially if you're just starting out. This is going to be a fast truck, so you can turn things down a little bit. So back to the truck then, and I am a fan of the colour scheme on this. I'm liking the green, the blue and the black. I think it looks really simple and I'm a huge fan of that. Now there are some companies out there who think we like those wild and wacky colour schemes, but if you're anything like me, I can appreciate this more. So Bezgar have sent this to me for free to review on the channel, but that doesn't mean I'm going to be dishonest, because I cannot sugarcoat it. This thing is just a rebranded MJX Hyper-Go. Now yes, this is a brand new truck and it has only just been listed on the Bezgar website, but there is absolutely nothing new about it. The MJX Hyper-Go has been around for ages, and this thing is exactly the same with the Bezgar logo on it. Now this isn't an issue for me whatsoever, because the MJX Hyper-Go brushless is my #1 cheap RC car of 2022, and if you've seen my top 5 list that I did, my top 5 Christmas list, that thing is at the #1 spot. Now what I really like is the fact that Bezgar have realised that that is a very good successful chassis. They've adopted it themselves, and this is what we get. Now the one thing we do need to talk about is price, because you can currently pick up the MJX Hyper-Go brushless for around the £100–110 mark, $120, $130, something along those lines. They're actually selling this thing for £155 as of today. Normal price is about £181, which is over $200. Now all you're really getting is a different body shell. Are you going to pay all that extra money? Drop a comment down below and let me know. So we've only had a look at the outside of the truck so far. Let's get the body off and take a closer look underneath. So under the body shell then, just like I mentioned before, everything is exactly the same. So let's have a look at the electronics then. We've got a 45 amp 2S and 3S ready ESC, a 4200 kV brushless motor with a heatsink and fan, a mini 3-wire servo which is hidden under the ESC, and finally a standalone receiver. Moving on to the chassis features then, we have got silky smooth oil-filled shocks, very thick front and rear metal CVD drive shafts. As you would expect, it is 4-wheel drive and you do get ball bearings all round. We've got a metal centre drive shaft, adjustable turnbuckles at the front, a very good quality and thick plastic chassis. I'm a huge fan of the wheels and tyres on these things. The tyres are quite a soft compound, but that does make them nice and grippy. So quick look at the LED light bar on the front then. Now if we hit the function button on the transmitter, as you can see, we have got our very bright LED light bar. That is very nice and an excellent little feature. Now you may be wondering, how fast is this on 2S and 3S? Now I'm not going to be speed testing this myself today, because as you can see the weather is terrible. The rain has been coming and going, so what we're going to do is take a look at some footage from Hardcore RC. My pal Dave has actually got the MJX version of this truck. He's done a speed test on 2S and 3S, so let's have a look at what he achieved on 2S.
Go! You're crashing it already? How fast was it? Drum roll. No way. That's 27 miles an hour brushless on 2S.
On 2S, certainly not a bad speed, but what you really want to see is how fast these things are on 3S.
Oh, it's got some punch in it now. Bit lively, isn't it? What do you think?
33.
Ooh, I'm excited. I'm excited. 37! Oh my god! 37 miles an hour. That is a lot quicker than I thought it was going to be. 37 miles an hour out of the box on 3S.
So excellent little speeds considering how small these little trucks actually are. Next thing, let's see how it performs off-road. Now it is extremely wet today, but we're going to see how this little truck performs. So I am running the stock 3S battery today. I've also decided to go without the wheelie bar, and I hope that was a good decision. So here we go then. The new Bezgar Brushless 1/16 scale monster truck. Just feathering the throttle a little bit because as soon as I hit that throttle, I've got a feeling it's going to flip. Now both of the MJX versions that I tried on my channel, it was the Brushless Truggy and the Brushless Buggy. They were really fun, really fast, and considering the size of these little trucks, they handle really well, incredibly stable. The LED light bar looks really good on the front. Now that is literally about a quarter throttle. As soon as you hit that throttle, it's all over the place. I love it when you get this amount of power in such a small chassis. They're so much fun. Whee! And these little things are ideal for people starting out. I've said it loads of times before. Yes, you can turn the power down, or if it's, you know, still too quick, then you can get the brushed version and work your way up to something like this. Really fun little trucks. Even in the dry, I can see these things being a handful to control. The other versions I've tried were obviously a bit lower. They've got a lower centre of gravity, so they are a little bit easier to control. This thing being a monster truck, it's obviously got a higher centre of gravity. It's more likely to topple over. But that said, what a great little truck. So there we go then guys, that was the Bezgar HP161S. This is a really good truck. Not only is it fast, but it's also extremely capable. And this version being the monster truck version as well, you do get that extra ground clearance, and I absolutely love this thing. Now if you are an absolute beginner and you're just starting out in the hobby, just consider your options, because this thing was a bit of a handful today. Yes, I'm not running the wheelie bar on the back, and I am running the stock 3S battery. If you stick a 2S in there, it may make it a little bit more controllable, but just consider your options. Now the one massive consideration that you do need to bear in mind is the price. Yes, the MJX version is selling for about £80 or £50 less. All you're really getting different on this is a different body shell. I really hope you enjoyed seeing this truck in action, and if you did, hit that subscribe button to stay up to date with all of my latest videos. I'm getting extremely close to 20,000 subscribers. I would love to hit that, so please help me make that happen. Cheers for watching, see you on the next one. Before you go today, if you've enjoyed my video and you don't want to go anywhere, click on the top video here to check out my 5 RC cars I couldn't live without, or click on the video below to check out my top 5 cheap RC cars for Christmas 2022.